So your natural hair grew to a certain length and then just stopped. What next? Coming up in this video, I'll tell you. Keep watching. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, New Growth Naturals. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Samantha. I'm a natural hair specialist. I specialize in natural hair care and natural hairstyles, and also I am a hair loss practitioner, so I treat all different sorts of hair loss issue. In this video, we're going to be addressing the issue of most persons' concerns that their hair always grew and stop at a particular length. So let's jump into it. The first thing I'd like to say, it is not true that your hair is growing and stopping at a certain length. Hair has growth phases: anagen, catagen, and telogen. Basically, the anagen stage is where your hair is growing out of your follicles, and catagen phase is when the cycle stops. It's the resting phase. And then telogen is when it falls out from your hair. Now, 90% of the time your hair is always in the anagen phase. That means that your hair is always growing. Yeah, fun facts for you. So that means that there is a reason, a very good reason as to why your hair won't grow past a certain length. And that reason is based on your genetics. It's based on your styling tools that you're using. It is based on the chemicals. It based on the heat that you're putting on your hair, based on your diet, based on your hair terminal length. For example, on average, persons grow half an inch per month, and some persons may get a little bit more. That is just because of their genetics, or some persons, when they do take vitamins, they may get a little bit more, but on average, half an inch per month. Terminal length can be anywhere from 2 years to 6 years. It means that within 2 years your hair is growing in the growth phase, and then at the end of that 2 years, anything between 2 to 6 years, it can go into the resting phase. But at all time, like I said, the strands of your hair is not in one phase at once. So it's a cycle. Your hair is growing, while some is growing, some is resting, and others are falling out. That's why you have shedding. I hope you understand that. So with all that said, what is the reason why you can't grow past a certain length? Now let me start by sharing my story with you. I have 4C hair, like you guys can see. If you don't know what 4C hair is, it's basically the curl pattern of your hair. My hair is super coily. That's 4C hair for you, for the beginners. So I have 4C hair, and with my 4C hair, it never grew past a certain length. That's because I wasn't knowledgeable about how to care for my natural hair, and persons around me always say the same length that your hair always grows and stops, that's the terminal length. That's what it's going to always be. But I have news for you guys. It's not true. Don't believe it. Those are lies. Because I grew my hair to waist length. I chopped my hair off, and my hair, yeah, shrinkage is real. My hair is on its way back to waist length again, and I have 4C hair. So what was wrong all along? Simply put, you need to develop a regimen. A regimen is basically developing a cycle that you use, to manage your hair. Whether it is, you're shampooing twice for a month. Every time you shampoo, you're deep conditioning your hair, and then you're moisturizing your hair. You do a protective style. Leave your hair alone. Keep your hair moisturized while you're wearing your protective style. And this one that most persons seem to jump over this step, be very gentle during takedown of your protective styles. Like when you do your protective styles, you'll notice if you lift your braids or cornrows or whatever styles that you normally do as a protective style, you'll see that your hair grew from the root. But then when you take it down, you're not seeing any additional length. You're not retaining the length, in other words. That's because you just rip all the hair out from the ends. The ends of your hair are the oldest part, so you want to be extremely gentle when it comes to taking down your protective style, because that is where most of the breakage comes from. I don't think we're educated as it relates to products and how products affect the health of our hair. There are different products, and I'm not talking about all the products in the store, because most of them, well, I shouldn't say this, but most of these products, they're all it's all a money-making thing. The best products that you can use on your natural hair is DIYs, and then there are some really good natural hair products on the market. I have I'm at the natural hair salon. I have a lot of products in here, but I read through the ingredients keenly, and I have different products for different reasons. That's because this is a salon. Different natural hair persons come in here, different porosity, different texture, different curl, different what may work for you may not work for the next client. But from a professional standpoint, I don't want you to be a product junkie. I want you to find a product that works for your hair, know what it's supposed to do, know what is good based on your hair's porosity, and then go ahead and buy. Your staple products should be shampoo and conditioner. You want to make sure you have a sulfate-free shampoo, a paraben-free conditioner, and free of silicons and all of those things, of course, silicones. And then you want to make sure you have a very good deep conditioner. With your deep conditioner, you can have a moisture deep conditioner or a protein or both, and that's good for your regimen. You want to make sure you have a collection of oils that your hair like. Natural oils. I'm not talking about grease. We don't do grease. The natural oils, those are the ones that penetrate your strands and nourish your strands. And it is important, guys, because if your hair, the older your hair gets, it's the weaker, because your hair loses protein every day. Your hair is made up of protein. That protein is called keratin. So as your hair gets older, it loses that protein. So you need to do protein treatments. You need that product, natural oils, to really get into your strand to strengthen it, because you're losing nutrients every day. Yeah. So the more you nurture your natural hair, the more you're strengthening your natural hair, is the more length that you'll in turn receive. With that set aside, the biggest culprit that I've seen so far is that I realize most of my sisters don't believe in their natural hair. I think you have in the mindset that natural hair is not for me, and some persons think that natural hair is ugly, some persons think that it's not professional, some persons think that, oh, it will never grow, it looks. Once you have that mindset, you're not going to want to make a sincere effort to try everything in your power to get it to reach to a particular length. And it's not all about length. It's about the health of your hair, because once your scalp is healthy, once your natural hair is healthy, naturally you'll be retaining length. So the first thing I want you to focus on is the health of your hair by first developing a regimen, like I said before. So the first thing you want to know, you get a good shampoo that is compatible with your hair and conditioner, and then you want to get a deep conditioner or a protein treatment if you choose to do your hair at home. And then the next thing you want to do, I hope you have a white tooth comb so far. And another serious evil is that you guys need to sleep in a satin bonnet. It seems simple, but it's very serious, because a lot of breakage happens when we go to our bed and rest our head on those cotton linens. It not only dries the hair out, but the fiber tend to cause a lot of breakage. So you want good products to strengthen the hair, that over time as your hair wears and loses that protein, you have that strength. Because if it loses all that nutrient and you're not putting it back, the moment you undo your hair, which we tend to do a lot, we always have our hands, whether it's styling, whether it's just detangling, whether it's just touching our hair, it's gonna just pop and break. And when you have that excessive amount of breakage, you'll never retain the length that you want to. Especially when it gets to certain length, it seems that it never grew past that length, because that part of your hair is really old, and the new hair coming from your scalp is coming out healthy, but because the ends are breaking off because they're old and you're not doing anything to nourish it, hence why it breaks. I want to get in some more details with you, but my time won't allow me to. So until next time, remember, Jesus loves you, so be very good.